Every morning is a new beginning, a blank page on which the story of your destiny will be written. The way you rise, the way you think, and the way you act in the first sacred hour decides whether you will drift through the day or drive it with power. Start each day with a clear purpose. Ask yourself, what do I desire most? And what step today will move me toward it? The world bows to the individual who knows what they want with certainty. Guard your mind before distractions invade. The thoughts you hold in the morning plant seeds that will grow into your reality. Choose faith over fear, vision over doubt, and gratitude over complaint. Take one bold action, however small, that aligns with your definite aim. Progress feeds confidence, and confidence fuels progress. Finally, command your subconscious with affirmations of victory. Speak as though your success is already certain, and your mind will work tirelessly to make it so. Do this every morning. Purpose, gratitude, disciplined thought, decisive action, and your life will transform from chance to choice, from wandering to winning, from hope to fulfillment. The first hour of the morning determines the direction of your entire day. Within those 60 minutes lies the power to shape your destiny or to surrender it to chance. Most people rise without intention, allowing the noise of the world to dictate their thoughts, their mood, and ultimately their results. But those who understand the sacred power of the morning know that it is not just another hour. It is the foundation of victory, the soil in which all great achievements are planted. When you awaken, your mind is unclouded, your spirit is unburdened, and your subconscious is most open to suggestion. At this very moment, you hold the brush with which the masterpiece of your day will be painted. If you rise with doubt, laziness, or distraction, you will carry that weakness into every action you take. But if you rise with clarity, gratitude, and purpose, you infuse your entire day with the energy of achievement. The first step is to wake with intention, not by accident. Refuse to let the day find you unprepared. The instant your eyes open, claim your direction. Declare to yourself what you want, and decide in that moment how you will pursue it. A wandering spirit in the morning produces a wandering life. A focused mind in the morning produces a focused destiny. Fill the opening of your day with thoughts of power. Begin with gratitude, for it cleanses the mind of complaint and creates space for abundance. Give thanks for the breath in your lungs, the opportunities before you, and the strength within you to shape your future. Gratitude is not weakness. It is the recognition of supply, and what you recognize expands. From gratitude, move into vision. Picture clearly the life you are determined to build. See it in your mind until it burns with such intensity that you cannot ignore it. Your mind is a magnet, and the images you hold in the quiet of the morning will draw into your day the people, the opportunities, and the resources necessary to make them real. Once vision is set, discipline your thoughts. Do not permit negative voices to invade your sacred hour. The first thoughts you entertain create the vibration that will carry through your decisions. Choose thoughts of strength, of faith, of certainty. Tell yourself that you are capable, that you are advancing, that you are destined for greatness. Your subconscious does not argue. It obeys. Feed it with commands of victory, and it will lead you to act accordingly. Action is the seal of the morning ritual. To dream without acting is to deceive yourself. The smallest step taken toward your definite purpose in the morning has the power to transform the rest of your day. Write one page, make one call, complete one task that advances your chief aim. That single act, however small, creates momentum, and momentum is the force that separates achievers from dreamers. The first hour of the morning is your opportunity to decide who you will be for the next 24 hours. It is the hour that shapes your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, and your actions. Treat it as sacred. Guard it from distraction and invest it with purpose. Do this consistently, and the results will compound beyond imagination. Your days will no longer be accidents, but deliberate creations. Your life will no longer be shaped by circumstances, but by your command. The way you begin determines the way you continue. Rise each morning with power, clarity, and purpose, and the world will be forced to yield to the strength of your direction. The first hour belongs to you. Claim it, master it, and through it, master your destiny. But begin with a definite purpose in mind. Clarity creates power. Without a clear aim, life drifts into confusion, and confusion leads only to wasted energy and unfulfilled days. Every great achievement begins with a mind that knows precisely what it wants, a heart that burns with desire, and a will that refuses to settle for less than fulfillment. The moment you decide exactly what you want and direct your thoughts toward it with unwavering focus, you awaken a force within yourself that makes you unstoppable. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack direction. They chase many things but catch nothing. They wake each day without a guiding purpose, and so their energy scatters, their time slips away, and their lives become a reflection of chance rather than choice. But the individual who begins with a definite purpose is different. That person becomes magnetic. Thoughts align, emotions sharpen, actions gather force, and the universe seems to bend in favor of the one who knows exactly where they are going. Clarity is not a luxury, it is a necessity. To live without it is to stumble through fog. To live with it is to walk a straight path toward destiny. When you fix a definite aim in your mind, every decision becomes easier. You ask, does this move me closer to my purpose or further away? And instantly you know what to accept and what to reject. This clarity cuts away hesitation, doubt, and distraction. It conserves energy. It directs effort. It creates momentum. The mind with a clear purpose radiates a force that others feel. People are drawn to those who know where they are going. Opportunities, resources, and allies appear for the person who has declared their destination. This is not chance. It is the natural law of attraction working in harmony with the definiteness of your thought. When you are clear, the world becomes clear around you. But clarity does not arrive by accident. It is forged by decision. You must dare to ask yourself what you truly want, not what others expect of you, not what fear limits you to believe, but what your heart burns for. Write it down, see it in your mind, refuse to let it drift like smoke in the wind. Make it solid, make it definite, say to yourself, this is what I seek, and I will not be diverted until it is mine. Once your purpose is clear, discipline your thoughts daily to align with it. Every morning, every night, impress it upon your mind. Let it be the compass that directs your actions. Do not confuse activity with progress. Only the actions that serve your purpose count. Every step forward, no matter how small, gathers power. Every act of discipline strengthens your clarity. Remember, a definite purpose transforms weakness into strength. The person with no aim tires quickly. The person with no direction quits easily. But the one who holds a burning desire and a clear aim cannot be defeated. Obstacles become stepping stones. Failures become lessons, and delays become preparation. The power of clarity turns resistance into fuel. Begin with a definite purpose in mind. Clarity creates power. Let your mind be a torch, not a flicker. Let your aim be sharp, not scattered. Hold fast to the vision of what you seek, and let nothing turn you away. A life without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, but a life with clarity is a force that cannot be denied. Decide now what you want. Fix it firmly in your mind. Act daily toward it, and watch as the world yields to the strength of your determination. Discipline your thoughts before the world intrudes. Thoughts shape reality. The very first moments of your day belong to you alone, and what you allow to occupy your mind in that quiet hour will determine the quality of everything that follows. If you fail to take command of your thoughts, the world will do it for you. The opinions of others, the chaos of circumstance, the noise of trivial distractions, these will seize control of an undisciplined mind and drag it in every direction but forward. But the individual who learns to master thought at the beginning of the day, before the world intrudes, stands like a captain at the helm, steering with certainty toward success. Your mind is the most powerful instrument you will ever possess. Every building, every invention, every achievement in history began first as a thought in the mind of someone who dared to discipline their imagination. But thoughts are like seeds. If you do not choose them carefully, weeds of fear, doubt, and negativity will grow wild and choke the life out of your purpose. The mind left unattended will not build, it will destroy. The disciplined mind, however, constructs empires. The world will always try to impose its thoughts upon you, news designed to stir fear, opinions meant to weaken resolve, temptations that distract from your purpose. If you wait until after the world has shouted its noise, your mind will already be scattered. That is why you must discipline your thoughts first, while your spirit is fresh, while silence is still yours to command. Begin by asking yourself, what do I choose to think today? What thoughts serve my vision? What ideas strengthen my faith? By answering with intention, you shut the door to thoughts that weaken you. The disciplined thinker does not allow fear to take root. Instead, they feed the mind with faith, gratitude, and purpose. They recognize that thought is cause and reality is effect. What you dwell on long enough, you begin to feel. What you feel with intensity, you begin to act upon. And what you act upon consistently, you bring into being. This chain begins not with the world outside, but with the thought within. Guard your mind as you would guard a treasure chest, for it is far more valuable than gold. Every morning, affirm the ideas that empower you. Tell yourself that you are strong, that you are capable, that you are advancing toward your definite purpose. Speak these truths until they become the natural language of your subconscious. Do not permit doubt to linger. Cast it out as you would an intruder. Replace it instantly with conviction. Disciplining your thoughts does not mean ignoring reality. It means choosing which reality you will build. You cannot control every event, but you can control the way you think about it. A setback can be viewed as defeat, or it can be seen as preparation. The disciplined mind chooses the interpretation that leads to growth, not despair. In this way, the thinker shapes reality itself. When you command your thoughts, you command your destiny. The world may bring storms, but you decide whether those storms drown you or strengthen your roots. The undisciplined mind bends and breaks with every gust of wind. The disciplined mind stands tall, directing the storm toward its advantage. Discipline your thoughts before the world intrudes. Thoughts shape reality. This is the foundation of power. Hold your mind steady upon your vision, and no force in the world can shake you. Your thoughts are the architects of your life. Train them with intention, guide them with faith, and they will build for you a reality worthy of your highest dreams. Cultivate gratitude and faith as daily mental fuel. Just as the body cannot run without nourishment, the mind cannot perform without the energy of gratitude and the strength of faith. Each morning, you have a choice: to begin with complaint or with appreciation, to rise in doubt or to rise in trust. The choice you make will color your entire day and direct the quality of your actions. Gratitude and faith are not mere sentiments. They are forces. Gratitude sharpens the eyes to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Faith strengthens the heart to move forward when others stop in fear. Together they form the fuel that powers every achievement. Gratitude is the acknowledgement of abundance. It takes your attention away from what is missing and places it on what is present, what is possible, and what is already working in your favor. The grateful mind is never poor, for it sees wealth everywhere, in health, in time, in relationships, in the very chance to try again. When you wake and give thanks, you command your thoughts to dwell on strength instead of weakness. And because thoughts shape reality, gratitude multiplies the very things you appreciate. What you recognize, you energize. Faith is the vision of the unseen. It is the conviction that what you desire already exists in potential and is moving toward you as surely as you move toward it. Faith is the refusal to bow to appearances. It is the voice that says, I will persist until it is mine, for it is already waiting for me. Without faith, desire burns out at the first obstacle. With faith, desire grows hotter with each challenge until the obstacles themselves become proof of its worth. When you combine gratitude and faith, you create an unstoppable current. Gratitude roots you in strength today, and faith pulls you into strength tomorrow. Gratitude tells you, I already have enough to begin. Faith tells you, I will have even more as I continue. One protects you from despair, the other from surrender. Together they make the mind unshakable. To cultivate gratitude and faith, you must practice them daily, just as you train a muscle. Each morning, list the things for which you are thankful. small and large, obvious and hidden. Let your heart swell with appreciation for what is already yours. Then declare what is not yet yours as though it were already won. Speak words of certainty, it is mine, it is coming. I believe and I will not be denied. In doing this, you instruct your subconscious mind to seek solutions, to find opportunities to bring into reality that which you affirm. Do not confuse gratitude with passivity or faith with idle wishing. Gratitude is active, it fuels energy and sharpens focus. Faith is active, it commands persistence and drives effort. Together they prepare the mind for decisive action. Gratitude keeps you from quitting by reminding you how far you have come. Faith keeps you moving by assuring you how far you can go. Every great achievement rests on these two foundations. The inventor who persists after 1,000 failures holds gratitude for the chance to try again and faith in the certainty that success will appear. The leader who rises in adversity leans on gratitude for the strength within and faith in the vision ahead. Without gratitude, the spirit collapses under disappointment. Without faith, the will dies before victory. With both, nothing can stop progress. Cultivate gratitude and faith as daily mental fuel. Let them be the first thoughts you embrace when you awaken and the last thoughts you hold before you rest. Feed them to your mind until they become habits stronger than doubt, louder than fear, and deeper than discouragement. Gratitude and faith will keep your spirit alive in the darkest night and carry you forward into the brightest day. Together, they are the energy of achievement, the twin engines of destiny, and the eternal proof that nothing is impossible to the one who believes and appreciates. Take one decisive action toward your chief aim every morning. Success is never built on wishes or vague intentions. It is forged through action, and action repeated with discipline. Each day offers you 24 hours, but it is the first action you take that sets the rhythm of the rest. One deliberate step, aligned with your purpose, has the power to turn an ordinary morning into a foundation for extraordinary achievement. You may not be able to accomplish your greatest goal in one day, but you can advance toward it every day. And it is in this steady advancement, one decisive act at a time, that destinies are shaped. A chief aim without action is nothing but a dream. Many live their lives filled with desire, yet starved of progress, because they wait for the perfect moment. They think they need more time, more resources, or more confidence before they begin. But the truth is simple. Confidence is born in action, not before it. The path reveals itself as you walk it, not as you stand still. That is why the power lies in beginning each day with one step forward, no matter how small. This step must be decisive. It cannot be a half-hearted attempt or a distracted motion. It must be a move with intention, something that pushes your purpose into reality. Write one page of your book, make one call that opens a door, practice one skill that sharpens your edge. Even if the act is small, if it is directed toward your definite aim, it gathers momentum. Momentum builds energy, and energy creates results. One act each morning is enough to tilt the day in your favor, to ensure that progress has been made before the world can interfere. Consider how different life becomes when this principle is practiced consistently. In 1 week, you will have taken 7 steps forward. In 1 month, 30. In 1 year, more than 300. And yet most people wait. They hesitate. They leave days empty of action and then wonder why years pass without change. Greatness does not arrive in a single leap. It arrives in 1,000 small strides, taken with unwavering persistence. This practice also strengthens discipline. By acting every morning, you train your mind to serve you, not resist you. You overcome the habit of delay. You silence the excuses that say, later, tomorrow, someday. Action is the antidote to procrastination. It kills hesitation and replaces it with momentum. The longer you delay, the weaker you feel. The quicker you act, the stronger you become. One decisive action does more than move you forward. It transforms how you see yourself. You begin to believe in your ability because you witness your own progress. Self-respect grows. Faith in your vision deepens. You no longer hope you are the kind of person who can achieve. You prove it to yourself daily. Each step confirms your identity as someone who acts, not someone who waits. Take one decisive action toward your chief aim every morning. Do not underestimate the power of small beginnings, for within them lies the seed of greatness. The habit of consistent, purposeful action creates unstoppable momentum. It ensures that even if the rest of the day is filled with distractions, you have already advanced your cause. And when this becomes a way of life, nothing can keep you from your goal. Success belongs to those who act, not to those who wait. Each morning remind yourself of your chief aim, then move immediately in its direction. Let no day pass without progress. Let no morning escape without a step. One decisive action, repeated daily, is enough to transform desire into achievement and vision into reality. Repeat daily affirmations to command your subconscious to work for you. Your mind is the most obedient servant you will ever possess, yet it follows not what you wish, but what you command. The words you speak to yourself each day sink deep into the subconscious, and there they work tirelessly to create the reality that matches your dominant beliefs. You may not see the results instantly, but just as a seed grows beneath the soil before breaking the surface, so do affirmations take root in the hidden chambers of the mind before showing themselves in your life. Too often, people allow their subconscious to be programmed by accident. They repeat the language of fear, doubt, and limitation. They say, I can't. It's too hard. I'm not enough. And with each repetition, they issue commands that the subconscious fulfills without hesitation. This is why many remain trapped in cycles of failure and discouragement. They are merely living the reality of their own repeated instructions. But the moment you begin to affirm with power, to declare with certainty, I can, I will, I must, you set in motion a new order, one that leads your subconscious to work tirelessly in your favor. Affirmations are not idle words. They are instruments of creation. When spoken with conviction, they ignite belief. When repeated with consistency, they rewrite identity. When felt with emotion, they awaken energy that cannot be denied. You are not simply saying words, you are shaping the blueprint by which your life unfolds. The secret lies in repetition. One declaration spoken once may fade like smoke, but words spoken daily with persistence engrave themselves into the very structure of your mind. The subconscious learns through consistency. Just as water carves stone by dripping without pause, so do affirmations carve character and destiny when repeated without fail. Each morning, speak your truth. Each night, reaffirm it. Let no day pass without giving your subconscious its clear instructions. Choose affirmations that align with your definite purpose. If your aim is success, affirm your worthiness to achieve it. If your aim is strength, affirm your resilience. If your aim is peace, affirm your calm and balance. Speak as though the goal is already yours, because to the subconscious, there is no difference between present and future. It obeys the image you feed it now. Say, I am successful. I am disciplined. I am advancing toward my vision daily. These words, repeated long enough, will not merely be believed. They will be lived. Do not expect affirmation to replace action. Words alone do not move mountains, but words shape the mind that moves them. Affirmations fuel belief, and belief fuels action. Together, they create momentum that carries you through obstacles. Without affirmations, doubt corrodes your efforts. With them, faith strengthens every step you take. Remember, you are always affirming something, whether you mean to or not. Every thought, every phrase, every self-description is an affirmation. The only question is whether those affirmations serve your greatness or your weakness. Take control of the process. Be deliberate. Refuse to allow negativity to shape your subconscious. Replace it with the language of victory, spoken daily, until it becomes the only voice you hear. Repeat daily affirmations to command your subconscious to work for you. Say them with power, with persistence, with faith, until they are no longer just words, but the very identity you live by. Through this practice, you will reprogram your mind, redirect your energy, and reshape your destiny. The world outside will change when the world inside has been commanded with certainty. Speak life, speak power, speak purpose, and your subconscious will carry out your orders with unwavering loyalty.